Welcome back to the last day, or the last game, should I say, of the season. We are playing against Kolding, and as you see, since last episode when we faced off Middelfart, we've been playing all right. A draw, a win, and a draw again. Looking at the league table, well, it is the promotion stage, but before we started in this promotion adventure, I stated that we didn't really have anything to play for. Of course, going into it, I didn't know the rules, so I couldn't really promise anything, but having played each of these teams once, I think we've actually been playing all right. We've sealed a mid-table finish, and when you think about the fact that it's the best teams from both second divisions congested into one division, whatever, I think we've been performing all right. We're 10 points below second place, which isn't too bad. As you can see, they've won 4 games more than us. No, actually only 3 games more, so it's all right. And also, we're 15 points above bottom, so I'm fairly pleased, really, and so should you be, I think. But of course, we will go through the highlights. First game against Skive, we played 2-2. As you can see, Christiansen was the only one really performing. Yeah, an okay equal match. But we will watch the goals. And as usually, it's been a while, so I can't remember what's happened in each game, so I guess my reaction will be proper as always. Alright, so a bit of chaos there in the back line. And Christiansen with a nice free kick. I guess the keeper should have done better there, but they only got in and scored another free kick. 2 free kick goals in one game. Not bad. Alright, so great work performance there from Christiansen. Just tackling his way to a finish. And that's it for this game. We did have an okay amount of chances, I think, but didn't really do enough to get something out of it. But a draw's alright. Next game against Vandløse, one of the better performing teams from our original division, the regular season. I hope you can manage your way through all the names in the different editions of the league. I almost can't handle it, but never mind. Alright, so in this game we performed slightly better. We had somewhat the same shot to target ratio. As you can see, our 2 second string wing backs really performed this game. 4 key passes each. And Emil Vass and Schmidt with the goals. Also, Ingvarsen picked up an injury and he is still injured. I don't think it's that long to go, but he will not feature in our last game, and I guess he will use part of the transfer window just started to get back in shape. And yes, that's right, transfer window has just started, and I'm already thinking about what's gonna happen in our preparations for next season. And again, you can see some backline chaos. Not really that much to do from that. Nice long pass there, and horrible display really from the goalkeeper Krog. But I guess Smith should have some credit for putting it in. Frederiksen with the cross. And a nice finish from Vass. And that's it. Yes, Ingvarsen got injured in 51st minute. Well, he hasn't really been a key player since the January transfer window. He's been our super sub, really, battling it out with Thomas Christiansen, but his skills are starting to go down. But I think in the coming season we will also use him as a useful squad rotation player if he keeps performing as he does. He is playing well above what you would expect from his skills, but enough about Ingvarsen. Our last game against Brøndshøj, who are, I think they are thirds in the promotion group, so again, I think we did well, playing equally well to these guys, drawing him off. As you can see, we had lots of key passes and chances, but didn't really perform well. Christiansen hasn't been scored for the last couple of matches. Sorry, guys. And yes, Østergaard played a rare bad game. We will see the 2 goals. So Mads Rønne, the striker from Brøndshøj, scored in the 2nd minute. And yes, I am starting to think that we should play a higher back line. Most of the opposition goals come from chaos in our own penalty area. And as you can see, a nice cross from Rizvic and a safely put header from Schmidt. Schmidt is really starting to look like our star attacker. 16 goals and 5 assists in 20 matches. Well, 4 sub-on appearances, but that's a very nice stats from him. He is a key player contract-wise. Didn't really know if I could expect that to come from him when I brought him on in the January window. But he started to show to be a great gamble from my side. Alright, so last game against Kolding. Michael Nørgaard, our old deep line playmaker, has come back from injury. But our physio, where the heck is he there? Our physio has recommended that he only plays 45 minutes, and since I don't want to risk him getting any injuries coming into the next season, I'm not gonna play him. He also settled on, where do you find that? Yeah, he decided that he was partially retiring from professional football come the next season. I'm still not sure what that means. Well, if you look at his contract, he is on an amateur contract with no wages, so not really sure what partially retiring means for his sake. But I guess we will have to find out. So I wanted to play somewhat of an all-star team of this season. As I've already mentioned, there are no prize money to gain in this league, which is too bad really, but since we don't really have that much to play for, I am gonna play the guys who've been performing throughout the season. And I was intended to play Michael Nørgaard on the deep line playmaker role, but I don't want to risk him really. So I'm trying out Østergaard in that role. depending on whether or not Nørgaard will retire at the end of the season, which we don't know. I guess we're getting used to not knowing what's gonna happen in this save. But Østergaard, he is our vice captain, and he isn't always, performing too well defensively on the right wing back. He is our, James Milner type of guy, and he plays the deep line playmaker role naturally. And since our second choice right back has been performing very well, as you see, 8 assists in 14 matches, a lot of sub-ons as well, but an average rate of 7.08. He is someone I'm willing to put a lot of faith in coming on next season, and a couple of next seasons, I guess, if we're gonna stay here. But he's also one I could imagine myself bring on to another club. But yeah, I guess this is our this season all-time squad. Oh my god, I'm just rambling on today. This season's all-star team. Bike Kastrup hasn't really been performing lately, but he has been a mainstay throughout the season. So yeah, I am gonna give him the chance to display his magic for you guys. Alright, so facing Kolding, I know nothing about their team, I think, which is great. What shall we tell them? Yeah, I guess we will stick to the show what you can do to make your, I don't know. Well, again, I haven't been monitoring the media, but since the game says there's been a lot of talk about our guys lately, I am gonna use it to our advantage. And since it's the last game of the season, this is their last chance to prove themselves worthy of all the credit they've been given. So, alright, opposition instructions. Jeppe Hansen. Nice average rating. Yeah, 16 goals. And he's on quite a lot of wages. Yeah. We will put some pressure on this guy. This guy haven't been playing at all. Interesting. Sebastian Lodal. Not really anything dangerous as well. Well, he's alright. Have we been scouting this guy? Nah, he does want wages, and we are not the kind of club just handing out wages to anyone, so I'm not interested in that guy. Simon Bækgaard. What about this guy? He's not interested. Never mind. Jakob Eriksen. Ovetsø. It's not really a team we should be scared of, I think. Well, they do have a nice goalkeeper. Also on a lot of wages. Danish Faslagic. That does ring a bell. Is he on our shortlist? No, he isn't. Don't really know why I remember him then. Alright guys, enough talking. I've kept you waiting for a while enough, so let's get cracking. Alright, Jesper Nielsen to Bike Kastrup to Mads Falk. Plays it out wide to Sebastian Frederiksen with a failed cross. Alright, so in the last couple of games, I've been handing Jeppe Carstensen some minutes on the attacking midfield role. Falk hasn't really been performing lately. I'm a bit afraid that we're gonna have to look at other options come the transfer window. And again, this is a nice combo from our guys. Risvich and Schmidt are really starting to know each other. I wonder if you can see stat-wise how many goals Risvich has been assisting for Schmidt. Nice low cross, and then Schmidt's, well, he does well to reach that ball. It did have a lot of power, but he just managed to tackle its way in. Alright guys, 1-0 after 6 minutes. Nice start. I've also been wondering whether or not we should try Wollesen in the deep line playmaker role. I'm starting to train him that way. Nice block there from Matt Brixton. But I guess he also is somewhat of a threat from long range. So I do like him on that central midfield role. But he is able to do the defensive work necessary on the deep line playmaker, I guess. Well, he is already playing as a deep line playmaker, but that one just in front of the defenders, I need that guy to know his defensive duties. Nice long pass there from Christiansen. Schmidt. Oh, an okay shot. Nice save from Renke. A quality keeper at this level. Alright, Wollesen with the corner. Christiansen doesn't reach the ball there. An okay corner. Alright guys. Doing great. The opposition haven't had any shots on target, which is always nice. Alright, Frederiksen. What can you do? Ooh. Was that intended? I guess we will never know. But it was a nice try, I guess. I would imagine it was a cross, really. It is their main task, really. Just to punch all the crosses they can into the opposition penalty area. But if he can do those kinds of shots from range, I don't mind. Alright, what are we doing? Not really in a rush, it seems. Alright, Wollesen plays out wide to Risvich. A deep pass to Schmidt again. That's a close one. Alright, 5 shots, 3 on target. Christiansen with the free kick. Not hitting the target. And neither does Jepsen there. Alright. It's been a while since something interesting has happened. Come on, pressure, Kastrup. They're really playing slowly. Alright. They're coming closer and closer. Nah, guys. Alright. So since I bought Jesper Nielsen to the side, he has been performing quite nicely. And yes, nothing really to do there. That's a lucky reflection. Alright, 1-1. An undeserved equalizer. Risvich with the throw-in to Christiansen, to Wollesen, to Christiansen, finds Schmidt, to Falk, to Østergaard, to Falk again, to by Kastrup. Wollesen plays it out wide to Frederiksen with the cross. No cross this time. 60% possession. It's too bad with that own goal. Or I guess the game wanted to call it an own goal. It was a deflection, really. It's alright, guys. We're doing great. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell them that they're doing alright. Keep it up. And today as well, Mads Falk has really not been doing anything interesting. So if we put him on attack, no, I guess not yet. Tackle him. Alright, long pass there. But Albrechtsen gets the header. Alright, an early sub from them. Christiansen with the free kick. Oh, I don't think Christiansen has assisted any goals yet on free kicks, but that was a nice cross. And Jesper Nielsen gets the redemption. That's really deserved for him. He's really been a top defender for our side. A signing that I'm really pleased with. And even though he is 35, I do count him in for the next season. And really, as long as he wants to, well, as long as he's willing to keep himself in shape. Nice interception there from Falk to Christiansen. An alright finish. I guess he had the whole goal in front of him, but there you go, Albrechtsen with the header. Another Wollesen corner assist. Alright. Yeah, that's a nice header, really. Alright. 3-1. Half an hour to go. Am I gonna change anything? I guess we will slow pace down. We are not in a hurry by now. Alright, guys. That's just crappy defending, really. So 3 guys to mark 1 man and not doing the job. No, that's just awful. Alright, Falk. Free kick to Schmidt. Again with a set piece goal. 3 set piece goals in 1 match. That's a new one, right? That's a nice one. Schmidt just uses his Schmidt uses his pace. Oh, come on. What's happening, man? 4-3. What's a mayhem? It is a nice free kick, but I do believe Ravn could perform better there. Alright, should we do anything? Nah, not yet. Fast luggage with the corner. Oh my god. Alright, so we've been really shaky for the last 15 minutes or something. And now they have a corner attack. What's gonna happen? Not that much. Really slow counter attack. Alright, pressure. Not enough pressure. Place it wide. Well, alright, Kastrup tried with a tackle. Just didn't hit the ball, but guess you can't really blame him for not trying. Alright. What can we do to shore things up? I'm gonna change our wingbacks to supportive roles. What do we have else? Our forwards have been performing nicely. Østrogan is starting to look tired. Frederiksen as well. Alright, I guess we could give some minutes to Morten Petersen, our young defensive midfielder, who has been handed a couple of minutes lately. I'll just put him on defensive midfield. And I will also... Well, Kastrup hasn't really been performing. I guess we have nothing to play for. I'd rather have Kastrup pick up an injury than Wollesen. So I am gonna sub Emil Vass for Wollesen and just put on a double ball winning midfield duo. And that's it for now. Oh, that's not it. I wanna engage the time wasting. And that is it for now. Alright, can we seal the deal? Sebastian Frederiksen picks up a yellow card. Fastlagic pick up a yellow card. Alright, we're almost done. I guess we will just shore us up. Playing Jesper Nielsen on the right back, and then we will bring on Mr. Bunk in central defense. Just to get some fresh muscles in. We have been creating a lot of chaos in our own penalty area, so perhaps some fresh legs could help us shore the win up. But I guess I could be proven wrong. No. Kastrup. So perhaps... Well, I'm not willing to count him out yet, but Kastrup hasn't really been playing well lately, and he is one of our old guys. And besides his mental abilities, well, I guess he is strong, but besides that, his only force is his mental strength. And even though he can tackle, he's not really well. And also he has shown throughout the season that he has the long shot in him, but lately he's just not been performing to the standard that he set from himself in the first half of the season. That's an alright cross there from Schmidt. So perhaps I'm willing to look at new central midfielders coming into the club. That's an alright cross there from Schmidt. Of course we have Emil Vass and Valdemar Klem trying to push their way into the sides. They're both, I think, just around 20 years old. So lots of future potential in them. But I'm not sure that's something I can count on. I have been giving them lots of minutes. Well, after hitting the promotion stage. But they've been performing alright, but to clinch a position in the starting lineup, I'm not quite sure. Alright, it's a 4-3 win, guys. Enough talking from my side. We pulled it off. Nicely done, guys. Nicely done. Why would you bring that on at the end of the season? I'm pleased, guys, but really, can't you do that more often and then just give them a whole vacation to think about it? I'm not gonna do that. Good win, boys. Well done. Let's don't make it too complicated. Alright, so what does that mean for our position? Alright, that's a really acceptable performance. A 5th position when our goal was to well, it was to not get a relegation. As you can see, our board expectation avoid the battle for relegation. So I am quite pleased, and I am quite confident as well of us building on this team and perhaps joining the battle for promotion again next season. I do see us as a mid-table side, but if we can keep developing our youngsters and perhaps bring in some interesting new faces in the transfer window just opened, we might be able to, yeah, I am gonna say it, we might be able to become a promotion contender. I'm not promising anything, but I do have confidence in this team, and I do really have confidence in Smith. He has been a key player since coming in, as you can see. He's really been a constant threat. What's this? Martin Algren? Is he someone I am counting on? No. He does want wages. Not a lot, really. I guess that's something I could chew on for a little while. I do have a number of players on the short list who I need to have a close look on again. As I've mentioned a bunch of times, we don't have too much financial muscle in this club. And even though we are losing a couple of guys and thereby a bunch of wages to be freed up for some summer signings, I do have to be careful. Yeah, we have Lukács leaving the club, Morten Bank, our two backup goalkeepers I didn't want to do anything with. As you can see, he's fast, but you can't really use that in a goalkeeper, I guess. Not enough. Yeah, so this is the one I have to pay attention to. Emil Thompson's contract is gonna run out in 15 days. And ever since loaning him out to Fram, he's been a constant stay in their in their first 11, really. 16 appearances, 6 goals. Well, stat-wise, that means that he's been performing better than Mads Falk. So I am considering handing him a new contract. But it depends whether or not we can keep him. Well, I would try to give him a pay cut. He is on quite a bunch of wages, but perhaps we could keep him. He is only 23, so he could develop still. He is a weird guy, meaning that, well, he does have technique and passing and long shot. But then again, he's 190 centimeters. I don't know what's that. 6.4 inches or something. 6.3 perhaps. He's a tall guy. That's what I'm meant to say. But also he can make the occasional dribble. But he's not that quick. And he's not that, I'd say, Brazilian-y. He's a tough guy and a tough man to put on your playmaking spot. But if we're deciding that it's more of an attacking midfield role, which we have been playing lately, I would consider handing him a new contract. But I guess I have a couple of days to decide on that. But some guys who are definitely going out are Simon Ustrup, the right back, who was at the club when we got here. He's been handed a couple of matches and he's performed awfully, so no chance I'm gonna sign him. And also Peter Erbik Larsen, a guy I brought in myself, to my regret, really. He does play a couple of positions, but ever since realizing that he isn't really performing at this level, I guess he's just too old. His mental abilities are very nice, but well, regarding the same thing I mentioned about by Kastrup, I'm not quite sure that's enough for me to count on them. And he is earning a little over 500 quid a week. No, a month. Could you imagine if it was a week? No, it's 500 quid a month. And I could really use that money in better ways. So we are getting some money in, even if we do decide on keeping Emil Thomsen. Alright, so other than that, I should mention that I have signed a couple of new youngsters. But it was really coming down to our board handing us a bigger wage budget, which I didn't gain any messages about, which is quite weird. But either way, I'm very glad about that. So I used some of those money to give some youth contracts. As you already know, youth players can't play for free. They need 220 blah blah blah. They need 220 pounds a month. So that is, well, it's not a huge wage, but at this level, it's quite a lot, especially when you're counting on youth development. I can't really help myself on counting on youngsters. So if we look at the reports, there are some bright ones. Søren Sarko, perhaps the most promising one, a left back. He is lacking some determination, but he's fast and he's alright defensively. I think if he wants to develop, we can make use of him. Another one, Jakob Lund. Not really sure about this guy. The thing that stood out the most was definitely his determination. He's also somewhat pacey, but if he can use that determination to train well, I think he might, probably will become a decent player, but it's all down to him, really. Another guy, Tobias Simling, a goalkeeper. I think he's alright at handling reflexes, rushing out and punching, he is very good. He is lacking some one-on-one ability, but it's alright. He's one I'm willing to give some minutes. Anyone else? Henrik Svensson? No, he was here when I got here. Him as well. I think I signed this guy. Brian Hansen Bo. Another pacey one. A forward. He's alright in determination. But again, I guess it comes down to his work rate in training. Mostly it's the pace I'm interested in, but I think he's alright. Yeah. Also, I think we have a couple contracts running out here. Yeah, so we're losing this guy, Kasper Weng, who I'm not gonna count on. He is fast, but that's the only thing he can do. I suggest you become an athlete instead. Not to bully on those guys, but he doesn't have any technical abilities, so I wouldn't bet on him becoming a footballer. Well, I guess he can mark, but that's it actually. Alright guys, end of the season is here. So the next game, or the next episode, is gonna be a transfer window special. Woohoo! Yeah. And I do think I have lots of stuff to do. We could have a look at other jobs available, but I don't think I'm that interesting to other clubs yet. I am continually asking the club for more coaching courses, but they haven't really been too interested in granting any. So I guess we're still developing either way, but I would like those coaching badges just for other clubs to take me seriously. But it's alright here in Avarta. I'm pleased with the season. I hope you guys are as well. And yes, I will see you in the next transfer window special. Lots of fun, I think. Hopefully. Let's see if I can make some interesting deals, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Bye.